In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 6 things which I did terribly wrong in my dropshipping career and the things you should avoid. And unfortunately, I'm seeing a lot of people doing the same mistakes over and over again, and I just want you to not be part of that group. Number one is a lot of people think they don't know how to scale. So the goal of a lot of people is seeing a lot of revenue on their Shopify store and also scaling as fast as possible. Now, those two things are completely wrong because number one, you don't need revenue, you need profit. And number two, you cannot scale things on Facebook or on TikTok or wherever if you don't see profitable things right now. A lot of people, they have something unprofitable which gets them sales but not really a lot, and they start spending more and more and more money on that without actually thinking about it. Because what you're doing right now is you just scale losses. All right, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to lose more money, you want to make more money. And I've actually seen this a lot where a lot of beginners even tell me, hey, look, I know how to run the ads, I know how to do all of this, I know how to search for product, I know how to create a store, I know how to run the ads, I just don't know how to scale. And the question here is obviously, you cannot scale if you don't see profits. And if you would see profits and you actually would know how to do product research, ad creation, stock creation, like if you know all of those things, you're going to be profitable. And if you're profitable, you just spend more money and make more. Scaling is not this crazy concept where you have to do like specific like 25% increases, CBOs, ABOs, like all those things don't matter. In the end of the day, if you have a really good product, really good ads, good store, and the scaling strategy is halfway decent, it's gonna do really well no matter what. Okay? And for me, for example, I started scaling things which were not even that profitable in the end of the day. I had stores where I was literally spending thousands of dollars every day, and I didn't notice that I'm unprofitable because I didn't calculate my break-even point right. And it crushed me because every day I was spending money and I was actually losing like $400 every single day for like weeks. And I got super lucky because Facebook shut me down and it stopped. And only then I actually had the time to think that I'm losing money every day, and I recalculated everything and I understood this Facebook block literally saved me. So that's one thing. The next thing which I've noticed for myself and also what a lot of people do wrong is they try to make professional ads. And this is something which you're going to see with huge brands. If you look at Apple, if you look at all the big brands, all of them have really professional commercials. And you're going to think, all right, that's what I need. I need to make banger videos which are perfect, cinematically filmed, edited perfectly, everything needs to be nice, super high quality. When in reality, in the end of the day, that's not what goes viral. All those things are just brand recognition. Of course, if you're Apple and you can allow yourself to do that, do it. However, as a regular guy, you want to go viral on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you want. You want to go, you just want to get videos which go viral. And professional stuff doesn't go viral. And I remember this with my very first store. The ads of mine actually were really good, but they didn't work. And then I switched the ads up and actually I made the pixel amount lower, the resolution lower. Everything started to look shittier and worse and lower quality, but in the end of the day, it started to perform really well. Because back in the day, it just started to look very natural to Instagram and Facebook. And how you can do this is instead of replicating ads, you need to replicate meme pages, theme pages, people who are promoting products, all of those things, that's what you need to replicate versus some kind of random big brand who's running ads. Okay? The next mistake I did is I outsourced things way too quickly. So back in the day when I started to see the first success, I got tons of emails really quick because also another mistake I'm gonna get to, my suppliers were not the best. And basically I got tons of emails, people complaining, people having issues. And like every dropshipper knows, it's super tedious and annoying to answer all those emails. And even if they're positive, just annoying. And because you know that this task is not really making you money, but you have to do it. And it's just kind of a waste of time, but it needs to be done. And I thought to myself, instead of me doing it, I'm smarter than this, I'm just gonna hire a person who's gonna do it for me. Which is a great idea, however, not before I did it myself. Because literally, I maybe answered 20 emails before I actually did this. And that cannot be done at all, because I had no clue how to answer emails properly. I had no clue how long it takes to answer one email. I had no clue how many hours per day you can actually answer emails straight and how long it takes to answer 50 emails per day. And all of those things basically led me to hiring a guy from Upwork who started to tell me things which were just not real. And he basically told me, yeah, we need to hire another person, I cannot keep up with this. We hired another one, through him, he got some kind of commissions. Then we hired another one, and another one, and another. And it was like 24-hour support, and we literally had like 4 or 5 people every day working on this, and I was paying them a lot. And I now know that was not needed. The amount of money I made, the amount of emails I got was not that significant that I needed to have like a 24-hour support thing, and every single hour they had everything, and every single hour they had tons of things to do. So outsourcing too fast is just a no-go. However, if you do it the other way around, it's also going to be bad, because if you start answering emails for the next like 4 or 5 months, and you keep doing that even though you could allow yourself to hire somebody, that's also wrong, and you're also going to lose that time and energy which you could have put into things which actually matter. And basically what happens is you just answer emails instead of doing the real work and making money. So that's that. Now let's talk about suppliers. So suppliers are a huge issue in dropshipping if you don't have the right connections. If you don't have the right connections and you start just working with AliExpress and Alibaba and all of those places, you can get crushed, because most people don't really know how to evaluate the supplier, how to make sure that everything is good, and they just ask them, hey, is your product quality good? Yes, send me a sample. Cool, looks great, let's do it. When in reality, the supplier knows you're a client and they're gonna sometimes send you a sample which looks different than the thing which they actually will send out. And I've had this bad experience where people just were sending out completely different things, and now I know you just need to order from the supplier as a regular person. So you just order from them without telling them you're a client, and then you're actually going to see what they're delivering. And because I didn't know that earlier, I had tons of issues with customers. And also what I did was I was fulfilling orders through AliExpress for a long time. And even though I knew suppliers which were in AliExpress, I still kind of didn't pivot to other platforms and did it through a third-party app. And that was a huge issue, because the invoicing system with AliExpress is just so annoying, and it's so bad, and it's just such a pain in the ass to go through every single invoice for every single order and make everything perfect. And there's apps for it like Chrome extensions, but they don't reach further than a year back, and it's just a mess. And for me, because in the beginning I didn't even think about bookkeeping and invoicing and all of those things, and only started doing that later, that cost me months of my time. I cannot emphasize this enough. Like, this was really annoying. If you scale, you cannot use AliExpress, period. That's it, you cannot use it. And the last mistake I did, and probably this was the most expensive one, was I was following 25 different strategies for almost the full first year of me doing dropshipping. I was watching hundreds of YouTube videos, bought a bunch of video courses. I tried to make my strategy out of everything I saw, when in reality, you cannot do that. You cannot make strategies, you don't know which ones are legit, which ones are not. And also, even if you have two really good strategies, if you mix them together, they become a shittier version of each other. You cannot just pick your favorite parts from everywhere and make your strategy, because that's not how it works. And after almost a year of me doing that, I realized that my priority has to shift. Instead of me searching for a winning product, I need to search for a person who's going to explain to me how to find winning products. And I basically found a mentor. I was very lucky that the first person I started to work with, he actually was legit and did dropshipping by himself, had a really good one-on-one program, was really good at explaining things. He actually knew his shit. And the only thing which I had an issue with was that it was just like a smaller time frame that I worked with him, and he didn't really had a follow-up program. So I did all the mistakes I just mentioned later on, because I was doing all those mistakes on scale, and on scale I was doing everything by myself, which was generally a big mistake. So if you are actually also searching for a person who's going to guide you through the entire dropshipping business model, you can click the link below, sign up for a free consultation session with me personally, and we're going to have a one-on-one call where we're going to find out if we're a good fit. If yes, we're going to actually start working together, and I'm going to tell you exactly step by step how to find a really good product, how to make good stores, how to make really good ads, how to run them on Facebook, TikTok, and do everything properly, how to scale, how to brand, and how to avoid all of the mistakes I just told you, because in reality, there's hundreds of more pitfalls which are also going to come, and you don't want to fall into them. So if you're interested, click the link below and see you there.